Alright folks, welcome back. The Proving Grounds Balatro Invitational is over, and now I need you to hear me out. I know I've said this a lot in the past, and maybe sometimes I've abused this power, but this time I really do need you to hear me out. I believe Zaino played better than us. I believe Zaino deserved the win. I know some folks are going to say, oh, this is just clickbait, oh, he must be trolling us, but I really do mean it, and if you give me about an hour, I'm going to try to convince you. One more thing before we get started. Head over to his channel, go subscribe to Zaino on YouTube. If you like my content because I'm smart and I play the game okay, Zaino just as smart, and now on camera, on record, has demonstrated that he plays the game just as well. Or in my opinion, in this particular instance, playing the game even better than me. But that's not the only reason you follow me, right? It's not just that I play the game well, there's other people that play the game well. It's because you're interested in learning more about the game. You're interested in you playing better yourself. And so, these 1 to 2 hour videos that I put out every day, folks have said that, okay, well that, amount of time, that's a little bit inaccessible to some folks. And I think that's super fair. I think that's super valid. Well, if you want something that's, maybe let's say 10 to 15 minutes, more condensed, rapid fire, quick tips and tricks and stuff like that, Zaino's got it. Zaino's already done it and done it better than I could. And so, just as smart as me, just as insightful as me, but, much more concise. And so, I think Zaino is above and beyond a great teacher, a great educator. If you really want to level up your game in a very serious way, go check out what he's got. He'll help you out. He'll get you what you need to get started. Also, shout out to Murphy. Was able to participate in every round except for the final round, was able to survive that whole time. Of all the Balatro content creators, these folks on Twitch that have hundreds of thousands of followers and thousands of subscribers, I think Murphy's funnier than all of them. I think Murphy's the funniest Balatro content creator. But even beyond that, if you're interested in things like, the developer announced that there's going to be a new patch, Balatro patch, big update to the game, big content update to the game, Murphy's got the news. He'll get it to you in a couple of minutes. He'll get it to you fast and as entertaining as possible. So if you're not already subscribed to Murphy as well on YouTube. Also, both of these folks here, Zaino and Murphy, they stream on Twitch and on YouTube, at least like 3 to 5 days a week. So if that's something that you want, more live play, like I said, thoughtful, methodical like me, go check them out. All right, now let's talk about the format of the tournament. So the competition is, everyone is given the same seed, and then you have an hour. 1 hour to get the highest score that you can. Endless mode is allowed. Unlimited restarts are allowed. And so I think, for me, sort of the first big misplay was just time management. So originally my plan was, I was going to go as far into endless mode as possible by playing as fast as possible. If we only have an hour, I want to take what would normally be a 3-hour run and try to do it in just 1 hour. And so, playing as fast as you can, theoretically you get to see more rounds. And if you play more rounds, you're going to earn more money in those rounds, and then you're going to be able to see more shops, and you're going to be able to re-roll more and see more jokers, right? Like in theory, that's how it should work. But in practice, the first 2 rounds, we ended it with a lot of time left on the clock. And so if you play just a little bit slower, if you play just a little bit more calmly, perhaps, then, you can earn more money from each round by just optimizing better within each round. And then you're going to get access to more rerolls and, other kind of, tarot card value and stuff like that, right? And so, regardless of what the scores say, I really do think Zaino outplayed us there in a big way. And I think it's going to be hard for me to kind of articulate all of the small decisions, all of the small ways where he, outplayed us economically. But, you go check out the footage yourself, and then you'll see some really impressive stuff. The proof is in the pudding, right? So the way that I know that he outplayed us is, in the final round, there was, it was tough. It was tough to get the economy online in the final round on that final seed. And Zaino, you know, playing slower, more methodical, was able to get it to happen. And he was able to afford booster packs that we couldn't afford. He was able to find a Vagabond that we didn't find. And then from there was able to leverage, you know, all of the tarot cards from the Vagabond. So, sorry, you know, quick reminder here about the Vagabond. That's the one that gives you a tarot card every time you play a hand. And so, you know, with those tarot cards, he was able to get more glass cards than us. He was able to get more red seals than us by copying red seals with the death card. And so, you know, let me take you back to the final 5 minutes, right? Okay, in the last 5 minutes, we put up the score E16, and then we thought we were done. Okay, E16, that's it. They got us. Zaino, after that, his final score ended up being E17. And so with kind of the same jokers that we had, with the same setup that we had, because he had more glass, because he had more red seals, he actually had a better score than us. Until, okay, we played one more round, and we were like, oh, okay, we have another chance. You know, we got the idols lined up here. So remember here, the idol picks a random card in your deck, and so the idol lined up on our kings, and we were able to play the kings. And so in the final round, in the final shop, we were able to find a seltzer. So seltzer is, again, one of these re-triggers, so re-triggering all of those X2s from the idol. And so the difference between, you know, our semi-final score E16 and then our final score E24, right? So E16, E24, that was one joker difference between E16 and E24. And then, okay, you know, time is up. Our E24, that beats Zaino's E17. Well, you know, after things were all said and done, Zaino did play just a little bit more, and I do mean that, just a little bit more. And so one more round, 2 more minutes is all it takes. Zaino was able to beat our E24 in, you know, overtime. And so it was really that close. It really came down to the last couple minutes, and we just barely got the edge on him. But here's what you didn't see. Here's what you didn't see from my perspective. We, you know, in the final round, we lost in the first 15 minutes. So like we lost a run and we had to restart at 15 minutes. And so what ended up being the scoring run took 45 minutes to get to where we did. Zaino lost his run at the half-hour mark, which means what ended up being his high scoring run, what ended up having the same build as us and the same kind of endpoint as us and still, you know, the same pace as us, he did in 30 minutes, where we did 45 minutes. So he did it in less time. So like I said, you know, regardless of what the scores say, it was really close. All right, let's jump into the seed here, and then maybe we can, you know, learn some stuff retroactively. All right, so something that I said, you know, was we didn't use the time to route, right? And so in Ante 1, we can, in just a minute or two, we can explore and we can find, you know, what's going to be in the shops. So the first round here, I ended up trying to go for the straight, and the straight ended up working. And then after we went for the straight, here's the mistake that you know, this happened in more than one round. There was more than one round where we had the Bloodstone and the Bloodstone just didn't pay out. I think if you have enough re-triggers, like let's say you have Dusk and Sock and Buskin, or you have, you know, 3 copies of those re-triggers or something like that, I think this is viable. I think this can work. The problem is the 1 and 3. The 1 and 3 is brutal, and sometimes it doesn't hit, and if it doesn't hit, then that's it. You're cooked, right? And so, you know, I said in my preview video, my plan going in was, oh, this could be an option. Well, Zaino skipped this one. Zaino knew that, okay, the Bloodstone is too inconsistent, and the idol, you know, if we get the idol to work, the idol is, instead of 1 in 3 chance, it's 2 times every time. Well, in the end game, right? In the end game, you just get the 1 card and it hits on every card. And so, you know, the round that Frost lost in the semifinal round, the reason why Frost lost was he was using the Bloodstone also. And the Bloodstone was hitting, but not hitting often enough. And then so that's why Frost didn't score enough. Whereas, you know, Zaino knew, okay, we just go all in on the idol. Also something that we didn't do, you know, as far as I said, you know, just routing and exploring. We could just check these Arcana, these booster packs here, and if it doesn't give us what we want, we could just reset real quick. So for example, I can crack open this Arcana pack, and I can see right away, oh, there's this suit changing technology. Oh, I can make, if I want, I can make some clubs here. Actually, I should do it this way, right? And if I make clubs here, now these fools are also moons. Now I have access to clubs. I can make flushes way easier for scoring. I can make straight flushes possibly if I need to. We don't need to do this. We don't need to do Bloodstone. All right, in the next round here, we just need any 2 hands. So maybe I can play this. And then maybe what I want to do now is I want to try to find my face cards so that I can use my moons. So like there's some kings, like that's a pretty good start here. We'll go moon here for some face cards. Let's try to find, we've got, you know, king, queen, queen, jack. We've got four more face cards, right? So we should use our discards here. All right, that's not it. All right, I could use the Fool. I could use the Moon right away. Or I could be a little bit patient here. So let's wait. So we'll play the Kings and the Clubs. By the way, what's the boss? All right, the boss is the discarding one. And so, you know, something that can help you beat the boss is you can use the Moon to make a flush on the fly. All right, here also, we can, you know, explore these booster packs, and you would find that in the second booster pack, the first one was smiley face and red card, and then the second one was the invisible Joker and then the faceless Joker. And so if you scout ahead, then you would know, oh, okay, I can pick up the faceless Joker and I try to get some money from that, right? That does, you know, prevent us from buying the idol here because we already bought the Arcana pack. So I'm going to take the idol here, and then, you know, as far as like scoring help for the next round, I am interested in this smiley face. You know, just to get the scoring off the ground, just to get us started. All right, I have some face cards. I don't need a lot of face cards. I just need 2 pair of face cards with the smiley face, or even just 2 pair with just 2 faces. So let's try again looking for my face cards. I'm looking for face cards just so I can use the Moon, not necessarily for scoring. This is maybe good enough, maybe. So maybe I'll do this and use the Moon. All right, here's another thing that Zaino did differently. So, you know, typically the way that I'm working with the idol is I think of it as it's just blank. You know, it picks 1 out of 52 cards in your deck, it's just blank, right? Whereas with Zaino, he had the idol, and then he had the copy of the idol, like we did the copy of the idol. And if you're doing that, you know, once you remove some cards from your deck, once you get down to, let's say, 48 cards, you remove 2 cards from your deck, then whatever the idol lands on, you can find it. You can find it pretty consistently. You can dig for it, which means you can use the idol every round. And, you know, whatever it says here, 7 of diamonds, we could just make any flush with the 7 of diamonds. We can make any straight with the 7 of diamonds. Full house may be a little bit harder, but you can pretty consistently find whatever the card that it's asking for. And so I think that was, again, for me, a big misplay is ignoring the idol completely, whereas, you know, Zaino was paying attention to it and then working around it, using it to its, you know, actually what it's intended for. I think for the next round, we decided here that we don't need the Jupiter for the flushes. And then maybe like long term, we're trying to do something else, right, with our money. Maybe trying to go for a high card. So I'm just going to go next. Here also, I didn't pay attention to the skip tags. You know, most of the time you don't want to pay attention. Most of the time the skip tags aren't going to be worth it for you. But here we do have, we're kind of low money right now, and so skipping for 2 common jokers, there's something great about the common jokers. So one thing that you can get from the common jokers, you can get plus mult very easily compared to uncommons. Commons are more likely to give you plus mult. Also, there's a ton of money generators at common, right? And so if we skip here, we have a good chance of getting a money generator. The money generator will make up for missing the shop. The plus mult will help us with survivability. So, you know, something like this, we get the banana, we can get plus mult from Ride the Bus. If we do want to go for, you know, some kind of scoring build that uses as few joker slots as possible, you know, maybe high card is perfectly good. Maybe Ride the Bus is a way to get there. I will say though, you know, probably I sell this because I think we could do better. I think we can, you know, since we're going for the face cards and we're trying to make extra kings, as many extra kings as we can, I think we get rid of this and then take it for interest. And then this should be winning. But, you know, if we're concerned about it, we can discard. So we got plenty of clubs now. All right, what's the status on the, so we got the 4 kings with just 1 strength card. We can make a flush 5, get the flush 5 online early. Here, I think, you know, we did take the skip here, and so I do want this. I do want the clearance sale. So we do take the clearance sale. I think I'm gonna pass on these spectral packs so that we can keep the money online here. All right, so we're just looking for some face cards. Maybe we'll start like this. All right, we could play this flush, and then with the banana, that should be enough. Aha, so this is where we see the Midas mask, and we do want the Midas mask. We do want the overstock, but maybe we don't have to buy it right now. We can keep saving our money for interest, so we'll just go next. All right, so what is the way that we maximize the Midas mask? So let's start by just discarding for face cards. As many face cards as we can. So one thing that we can do with the Midas mask, if I want, I can do this. And then even though the jack doesn't score, it'll still turn into gold. I have a full house here, I also have a flush here. So maybe if I do like this, I want to try to play as many face cards as I can. I think I can, you know, I could probably draw more clubs. So I just need the 1 flush to win. I'm gonna play this pair as just a way of getting the gold cards. Okay. So we could go full house if we want to end here. We could go try to pick up another club. Try to pick up another face card. We still have 5 face cards left. Or 5 clubs, face cards. All right, there we go. All right, goodbye, banana. Hello, Cavendish. So we definitely pick up Cavendish. I think, you know, for like short-term survivability, we could spend $1 to pick up the Joker here. We just passed the small blind, so we have more time. We don't have to buy the overstock right now, though if we buy it right now, we do get a free reroll on the shop. I have my remaining cards are king, queens, and jacks of clubs. And so maybe from there, I can try to get some more gold cards. So let's go next. All right, with the help of the banana, I just need the 1 flush. I just need the 1 good flush that has all the gold cards, or all the soon-to-be gold cards. So maybe discard this king. Trying to find, I have 1 more king and 1 more queen. And I just need one flush. So we can ship it. Alright, so we got the queen. Do I want to try to get the king? Well, I don't feel very confident in my ability to draw it, so I'm going to save myself $1 by just playing these now. And then that's it. Now we're done with the Midas Mask. And here we can pick up the flash card. The flash card with which ended up carrying us. We can... Maybe I want to do this. Maybe I want to sell Jimbo here and pick up the Golden Joker. And so this is in ante 3, and so if I were like, you know, if I were routing ante 1 and ante 2, I would not have routed this far. And so I don't know what's next. But I do want to buy the voucher because this is the big blind and we're not going to get another opportunity. Ah, that's what happened. We ended up getting the clown. Clown meaning, you know, we don't need the Golden Joker. I think what I ended up doing before was, you know, selling the smiley face. But maybe that's too aggressive. Maybe we still need the base molt from the smiley face. And I do want the flash card for the long-term plan. And so I did the greedy thing. The greedy thing was we try to keep the Golden Joker and the clown. I think that's incorrect. I think you're supposed to get rid of the Golden Joker. You know, thinking not just, you know, kind of small-minded about trying to make as much money as possible, but kind of like thinking very carefully about how much are we actually scoring, how much do we actually need. Just playing a little bit slower. Like I said, if you thought I was, you know, calm under pressure during the competition, Zaino, you know, way more calm, way more methodical, at least from my perspective when I watched it back. All right, we're gonna keep saving the money for future rerolls, though, you know, it is tempting here to pick up a steel card. Hearts are debuffed. Let's try to make those clubs flushes. So we do have a flush here. We are going to miss out a little bit on the opportunity to get some gold cards. Maybe that's okay. Once we get the flash card online, once we get the plus molt from the flash card, we have plenty of opportunity in the future to get our gold cards online. All right, this is a little bit awkward here, just playing the 2 pair. But it is going to be enough. In the end, it's going to be enough. All right, we can pick up the Hermit here. We do need a source of chips, but maybe we don't need this source of chips, and so we can re-roll here. We can pick up another moon, is pretty huge. Strength also. So now we have unlocked the ability to make our flush 5. We should go for that as soon as possible. So we'll save our money, you know, hoping to pick up this seed money in the future. Play only 1 hand type. So, you know, maybe for the boss we're trying to play our flush 5. Already we got the queens. We can turn into kings. We have another queen and another jack that needs to turn into clubs, but otherwise we've already got all the clubs. All right, there's the jack. And there's the queen. So I just want to get rid of this. I just want to use up the moon, and then I want to discard looking for my flush 5. All right, we didn't get the flush 5. So with just 6 kings in the deck, I don't feel confident that I can hit the flush 5 if I just, you know, do something like this and try to greed for it, try to get those 2 kings. So, sorry, what I'm gonna do is play this. Maybe this doesn't even win. Maybe it does because we got the leveled up flash card. Okay, yeah, I knew it was close. It could have gone either way. Idle on King of Clubs now. Here's an interesting pivot point. You know, do I want the free rerolls on the clown, or do I want the hallucination for the tarot cards. Tarot cards giving us better deck manipulation. In order to get the idol to work, that's what we need, right? We need the better deck manipulation. I think I don't remember what we did last time, so I'm just thinking now, you know, fresh on the fly. I'm thinking here we keep the clown because of the synergy. And I'm looking to replace the smiley face in the future. Okay, we do pick up the hermit here. Hermit here is actually pretty big because that means we can just buy everything. We can check out the jumbo arcana. All right, fool does give us money, and we don't have anything else here that we need. All right, maybe we can re-roll a little bit. So what do we want to do here? We definitely want to make more kings. So maybe we'll do that. And then our follow-up play, we use the hermit for the money. We could save the devil and make a gold card on the fly. All right, so we're getting close. We're getting closer to the point to being able to make the flush 5. Chariot is nice. Empress is okay. So here, you know, is this going to be the kind of source of chips that might enable us to make, what is it? High card? Maybe we're not quite there yet. So let's re-roll again. And we'll keep the money. One more. Yeah. We should keep the money. Maybe now we replace smiley face with gluttonous joker. That's going to be easier, right? Easier to just get generic clubs rather than face cards. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's try to find as many kings as we can, right? That's the plan. Well, maybe. I'm not going to get the kings here, so I'm just going to do it like this. I can play... You know, this king, I can make it steel. I can make this 9 into gold if I want. I can make a gold 7. I'll make a gold 7, I guess. And then ship it. I forgot, you know, again here, like ignoring the idol. It didn't matter here, but it could matter in the future. Idol says 4 of spades now. Okay. Reroll for free. Here's dusk. So this is an important pivot point. At what point do we pick up dusk? You know, because definitely, like, that's the end game, right? The end game is you use dusk, and it's going to re-trigger our idol. The problem is dusk does nothing for us right now. Maybe it's got a little bit of synergy with gluttonous joker, but basically does nothing for us. So I think we still pick it up. Maybe. I think we don't, and here's why, potentially. So, you know, if we go to the options here, we go to the jokers, if we go to the collection. So the thing about the Baron plan is, if you want to go for the high card build, it's Baron or bust, right? It's just this one rare joker that you're not going to find. If you're going for the, you know, could be Bloodstone, could be Idol, some kind of X-Molt re-trigger plan, you have multiple options. You have, it could be Sock and Buskin, could be Dusk, could be Seltzer, right? And so maybe with all of those different options, I don't need this right now, acknowledging that this doesn't help me right now. And so maybe we stay with, you know, some kind of value generator, like maybe we go faceless. I guess it doesn't really work if we're, you know, trying to play the face cards, but I think we stay on the clown here, which is again going to be a difference now compared to what we did before. I think before we went too hard too early on the dusk, whereas we should have been more patient and then should have been, you know, like I said, an hour is both a lot of time and not a lot of time. And so it is enough time that you can find other replacements. It doesn't have to be dusk specifically. And also dusk might show up again later anyway. I'm still trying to make my flush 5 happen, and then we've got 4 of a kind as a backup. We can check out standard packs, and Something that I normally don't like to do is I don't like to add cards to the deck at all, and then just focus on card removal and, you know, card conversion, and then it makes it easier for you to find what you're looking for. The fact that this is a King of Clubs specifically, I think that's a reason to consider it. So just adding this one card is going to make it easier to find, or easier for idle to hit, easier for us to find our kings for a flush 5. I think we do take it, even though it's not enhanced, and then we skip the rest. I'm going to re-roll one more time. Alright, so now this question of, are we ready to do high card? Because I can use the banner, and I can go high card with banner. Are we ready to, you know, get rid of the clown? So something that we need to do, we need to prioritize this tarot card generation, you know, card conversion, so that we can make the idle work easier. And I think, you know, with all of the gold cards, what you want to be doing is playing the high card build. That's what I said I wanted to do, and that's not what I ended up doing. So let's, you know, let's make it happen. So now we just play high card, right? And the suits don't matter. So maybe 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. That's plenty of points, I'm noticing. And so if I want, I can actually use one of my discards. If I think about it like, okay, this is 120 chips. If I discard, then, you know, if it scores half as many points, if I have 4,000 here, then I'll still have enough points to win. So I can discard twice. I can discard twice and find gold cards. And then now that I found the gold cards, I can play high card twice, probably 2 times. Yeah, twice is better because then it allows me to draw another gold card. I'd like if this didn't score, but it's fine if it does. And so now this is what I wanted to do. This is what I said the game plan was, but it's not what I ended up doing. And so this is a huge difference. Now we have access to so much money, playing the high cards, doing the re-rolling. Now we can do whatever. So let's go, you know, buy more standard packs. We got a nice amount of money. Here's the red seal that we wanted. Before I open the Arcana pack, let's re-roll. So Mars here, because we got the 2 discount vouchers, everything's just $1 now. There's that stinky bloodstone coming back around. Lovers could potentially help, but I don't think we need to go that line. So I'm going to re-roll one more time. Okay. So now we have to ask the question, how much is just raw money worth to you, right? So we have the seed money, we have the interest voucher. So this is $10 every round compared to 1 tarot card every round. I think the money's better because if we have $10, we buy another shop reroll. Another shop reroll gives us a random tarot card because we have overstock as well. So Cartomancer out, To the Moon in, and I do want the Arcana back. Okay, we get an opportunity to make another king. And we can go next. All right, so I think we're at the stage where we have enough kings, we can go for the flush 5. And the flash card should be big enough that the flush 5 is actually a winning hand. So here's the flush 5. And then that's it, no more flush 5. Now we're playing high card. All right, the next round here, we used a death most recently. That was the move, so we'll go Arcana. In case there's a Fool. Though actually, you know, since there's a death card here, it doesn't matter. So maybe, you know, what we might want to do is go Emperor, try to get a Chariot. Or Glass. Wait, this death doesn't help us, right? It doesn't help us make kings. That's unfortunate. We could go Wheel here. Foil, and it's on the idle. Okay. We can go, I still want to use death just to use it. So maybe get rid of an ace. And then with this fool, I have an extra death card that I can hold on to for later. Then let's use the Mars card. That's our backup hand. In case we don't get the flush 5, we could play 4 of a kind. Though for now, high card is perfectly adequate. Let's reroll. We don't need this technology. Reroll again. I'm looking for a better source of chips potentially. I am potentially still interested in the moon, so maybe you know, swap this out like this and pick up the celestial pack. All right, I am going to level up the high card. Probably, yeah. Maybe leveling up the high card doesn't matter if we have the flash card is growing so quickly, but I do want the extra chips. The extra chips does make a big difference. Especially if the boss here is going to be the wall. All right, we can afford to discard because we have the foil now. So I'm going to discard like this, looking for a king that I can copy. There we go. So there's a king that I can copy. I can make these into clubs. I mean, these will just get deleted in the end anyway. There's no way that I'm going to get enough strength cards to turn a 5 into a king. But making all of the clubs does help the idol land on clubs more often if we need to play a flush in an emergency, perhaps. Otherwise, I'm just playing high card here and then collecting all the money. So this is the build. This is what I was talking about. Question, do we need banner? Because if we don't need banner, we pick up invisible here. Do we take invisible here? How much is this extra money worth to us? Let's open the packs first while I contemplate my existence. I think we ditch moon. This is 10 bucks every round, but you know, if we get another copy of the idol, or we get another copy of later on, we get another copy of Sock and Buskin or Dusk or the Brainstorm, then this is of course worth it. I think in this position you do pick it up. So currently this is costing me $10 per round. So is this worth $100? I think it is. All right, we go Pluto. We can start to make glass cards. This is huge. And so, you know, Zaino, like I said, had way more glass cards than us. I think part of that was just, you know, because he had the Vagabond. But here, you know, we're able to make a glass king. Is not insignificant. That does matter. If I want here, I could take the $7 just to get the rebate, and then re-roll here. So the main thing that I'm looking for right now is potentially a source of chips. Actually, I'd really love some tower cards. So here we can start leveling up our flush 5. We is technically a source of chips, but maybe 2 is not the way that we're going about things. This as a money generator is very powerful, but I think we just have to go with the high cards still. All right, I think I can afford 1 discard. There we go. Yeah. All right, one more time. Omen Globe. Nice. Mars is our backup hand. Maybe before we open this, maybe we do some light re-rolling here. You know, we can open some of these. We can, you know, potentially block duplicate planets. I could pick up this Fool. The most powerful thing that this Fool can do is become a death card or become a Hangman. Actually, probably Hangman is more powerful. World we don't need. Stuntman as a source of chips. You know, how does Stuntman compare to banana? I think long term, so like short term right now we only have 50 chips from the high card plus 50 chips from the foil, and so if I add Stuntman, the Stuntman acts as a times 4 to our score. Sorry, wait, we don't need to get rid of the banana, we can get rid of the banner instead for the Stuntman. We will make less money each round from the gold cards, but we will instead have the opportunity we can discard more. So I think that's fine. Short term, that's fine. If we pick up the Stuntman here and then go Celestial Pack looking for Eris. Eris, which we can copy with this Fool. Like I said, Fool probably better to be Hangman, better to be Death, but this is not insignificant. So, you know, in the end, we're only going to get like level 7 or 8 flush 5 anyway. Is like kind of a reasonable pace, and so 1 extra does make a difference, whereas normally it wouldn't. All right, we'll go to 50 bucks for interest and then go next. All right, in the next round here, I do have the luxury, I can, if I want, keep discarding for gold cards, and then this should win. All right, we got a nice amount of points there, so we got enough to, you know, survive the next several rounds, you know, at least this boss and the next ante. All right, let's pick up some planet cards, just hold on to them. Let's go, before I open the Spectral Pack, let's look for some tarot cards in case I want to use them. Here's 3 planets, so I'm going to open the Celestial Pack. Yeah, none of this stuff I'm really interested in. I'm actually going to take the skip here because we got the Eris loaded if we get a Fool. 27 Fortune Teller, 50 Flash card. All right, get out of here. Go next. Hermit. Bus. Temperance is 7 bucks. What could replace the Stuntman? I'm interested in replacing the Stuntman. Alright, so we got the Aura here. If we want to make a Polychrome card, or it turns out foil, that's okay. $10 reroll, so we'll just go next. There. So I've said this in my my skip tag tier list. Don't sleep on the D6 tag. D6 tag says the first reroll costs 0, and so the second reroll is $1, and the third reroll is $2. So instead of being like 5 and then 6 and then 7, if you reroll 5 times, you save 25 bucks. If you reroll 10 times, you save 50 bucks. And so this can be very worth it. Obviously, it's more worth it if you have more money to spend. But if the thing that you want is, oh, how can I see more shops? I shouldn't skip because if I don't skip, I get to see more shops. Well, if you take the D6 tag, you do get to see way more shops. Maybe another thing that's awkward about the Stuntman, if I open a booster pack and I'm looking for, you know, tarot cards, you know, potentially a death card, if my hand size is smaller, I get access to less cards. Maybe I don't find what I'm looking for. Ticket's probably huge, right? Ticket with all these gold cards. Maybe it doesn't matter. Ticket would replace the Stuntman. I'm going to pick up the ticket. That way, like I said, I have the larger hand size when I open these booster packs. Tower is pretty important. I don't know if you realize, but tower is pretty important. Alright, we can go Mega Arcana. So we will go tower first. If this is stone, then idol will not pick that card. We can go remove 2 with the Hangman. I'm going to do it this order. I'm going to go death first, remove second. If I get a fool, I would rather have more removal rather than more kings. I have plenty of kings. We can take here... We could take the black hole. Fine. We can level up the jack. getting closer to being that king, that red seal king. And we'll go next. All face cards face down. Okay, so we no longer have the, what's it called? The stuntman. So we do need at least 4 of a kind here. We don't want the flush five or the flush house. So, you know, I demonstrated this before on stream where if you just exit to the menu, it restarts the hand. And so these are my face down cards. I could just ship it. And then now if I want, I can play these. And so having the ticket, we were able to play 2 hands and get more gold cards than we would if we just played high card. Now we've got Dusk. Dusk could potentially give us a retrigger on our golden ticket. So the question is, if I pick up Dusk here, how am I doing on scoring? Am I surviving? Am I doing okay on scoring? Because like ideally what we want to do is we want to hold on to the invisible joker so that the invisible joker can copy either Dusk or the idol here. If I hold on to the invisible joker, that does require me to sell the ticket, but I kind of want to keep the ticket because the ticket has a combo with Dusk. I kind of want to, you know, keep the banana. I think keeping the ticket is greedy, and then we sell the ticket for Dusk. This is polychrome. So if I wanted to, theoretically, I could turn this into a king. This is not going to turn into a king. Not in an hour. It's not going to happen. I could just make 4s. I could just play 4s, though. Yeah, maybe. It's going to be hard for the idol to hit. So I'm just going to skip here, the polychrome. And hope that the spectral pack, you know, eventually gives me the goods. So now, are we still on high card? I think we still can. I think we don't necessarily need to use the Dusk, right? Okay, now we have Brainstorm. What do we do with the Brainstorm? This is a tougher question, right? Do we sell the banana? I think we do. You know, if the thing that I want to do is keep the invisible joker. What we could do, actually, this is what we should have done. So here I could just sell the invisible joker. And if it doesn't land on what I want, I could just go to the menu and restart. But it did. It landed on the idol. Happens to be foil, so now we don't need the banana. I think we can survive this way. Alright, burglar we don't need. Spectral pack. Red seal. So unfortunately we didn't get the red seal action on this queen here. You know, it's not a king. That's okay. Alright, so to hit the 35,000, allegedly we can win with just a high card. Let's discard to find our gold cards. Alright, ship it. Alright, so that's 35,000 for 1 high card, and so we can beat the boss with 3 high cards. Alright. Standard pack? Do I want to add a purple seal to the deck? It is a stone card, and so the idol's not going to land on the stone card. Purple seal is great under those conditions. Alright, this stuff I don't want. We probably don't need the 4 of a kind, but I guess there's no penalty for me taking it. Alright, I guess we just kind of like ignore stuff here. We can't do mime. As tempting as that is, I think we need to keep the flash card for the scoring. do we take the shoes? Shoes gives you 20 molt if you have $50. I think we don't do the shoes, as sad as that is. All right, 50K is just 2 high cards. So all we gotta do is dig for gold cards. I can use this Empress if I want, but I don't need to. There we go. All right, is this something that I want for scoring? No, that's okay. All right, Buffoon Pack has the boots that we don't need. We've got the Hangman or the Death. That's my options here. I think we go for the Hangman. Just makes it easier to find what we're looking for. Much easier to find what we're looking for. Hermit. Pick up the Strength card. Magician, Lovers. Hangman again is very powerful. We don't need Devil anymore. We got plenty of gold cards, allegedly. It doesn't hurt us to hold on to it. It buys and sells for $1 because we've got the upgraded voucher here. Liquidation voucher. Glass card. Actually, sorry, Devil. Glass card is just more important. So now that I have 3 tarot cards that I want to use, I'm going to save my money. Alright, our high card is going to be de-leveled, technically. But I don't think that's the end of the world. I think that's fine. I think this red one wants to be glass for later, and I think we discard it. So what's the status with, we've got 2 queens and then a bunch of jacks. So let's discard like this. We can hit the queens with the strength. Alright, it's a little bit sad that this is going to get debuffed. If I wanted to, I could play the pair, but I think, you know, it's just minus 10 chips, that's it. It's okay that it gets debuffed. We just, another minus 10 chips here. Alright. Reroll voucher, nice. Alright, since we got the reroll technology, we can just reroll. We've got the rebate on kings. We've got 13 kings. Throw away your kings, collect $3. Sorry, let's 100 on the flash card. Okay, we got the tower here, but I'm gonna go Celestial Pack first. We didn't get Eris. I will take the tower. Reroll again. Reroll again. All right, Jupiter, Star. Show me some different tarot cards, please. This qualifies. So if I want, I can make this into stone. I could make this into glass. It is a little bit far away from being the king that I want it to be, and so maybe we prioritize the card removal first. Let's go next. So we spent a little bit below the interest cap of 50, but we do have the rebate to make up for it, and we got Brainstorm that can copy it. So go next. D6. No, I think we just make too much money per round, right? Whoa, this is a weird looking hand. Alright, we get more money from discarding kings than we get from holding on to kings in kind of a weird way. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ship it. We're supposed to copy this. Maybe we can get lucky here. Again. Well, that's kind of neat. Alright, before we open the booster packs, reroll. Eris, yes. Hold on the planet cards. Jupiter, no. Devil, no. Let's go Arcana now. Alright, Priestess or Wheels. I think we go Priestess. So we'll sell these, pick up a Priestess here. Alright, we didn't get the Eris, that's okay. Let's go next. Hermit. Go next. Pluto. I guess technically we could do Mars as a backup, though I think maybe it's, you know, we don't need to be doing that anymore. Fool here is good. Fool here is useful. I'm going to do one more reroll. Alright, and open the Jumbo. Alright, we do get the Death card. Again, it's this kind of unfortunate circumstance where Death doesn't really do what we want, but we can use the Fool to get another one. So this is going to copy our Red Seal glass card. Alright, go next. So this says discard some 6s, like this 6. And let's just look for kings to copy. Well, yeah, let's just do this. That way we can make sure we get the max amount of money. Play this jack. So, you know, if you're interested in like what our pace is here, all we have to do is replace this flashcard with either Seltzer or Sock and Busk. And we have two different cards that we could get, possibly. Also, we're trying to use Death card to make some more kings. And then eventually the idol will land on the kings. So before re-rolling here, I'm going to use the Death card. There is a Glass King, but it's not the Glass King. So I'm just going to make a Stone card to delete it. Then I'll go Arcana again. Again, not seeing the card that I'm looking for, so we'll go 10 is now Stone. Alright, a lot of Stone cards. Go next. Ancient Joker is, you know, maybe something that we're sleeping on a little bit. So like, you know, Idol's not going to hit all the time. You just need it to hit that one big time. And so, you know, this is something that we could have been going for. You know, this is going to be better than Bloodstone. Bloodstone is going to betray you, whereas this is guaranteed times 1.5. You know, about half as powerful as Idol. But, you know, you just need it 1/4 of the time. 1/4 of the time it's going to hit clubs. The difference between these, by the way, if you didn't already know, Idol picks a random card in your deck. And then the Ancient Joker just evenly between 4 suits. It's uniformly random. Alright, again, all we're looking for is just another retrigger Joker. That's it. Maybe something to consider is save the shop money, save the reroll money. When the idol hits, then reroll, right? Because if you reroll into the Joker too early, then you have to sell. You have to make room for it. And if you make room for it, maybe without flashcard, we lose. That would be devastating. All right, so let's swap here on the king. We can discard, picking up another tarot card. Hangman is perfect. Okay, this says 3s, so it's okay if I delete these. And then all I'm looking for is more gold. More gold. Alright, so if I want, I can play this version of high card. Maybe I could play this king too, just get rid of it. That's 100,000 points with the stone card, by the way, so I do think we're going to need a little bit more. So 2 more hands. Which is fine. And we get the retrigger with Dusk. All right, beginning endless mode now. We have 14 kings. That's a third of our deck. We have the 6 of clubs on the idol. We can pick up the hermit here. Let's blank voucher. All right, we don't want purple seal. The question is, you know, do we want to re-roll, you know, trying to pick up tarot cards? Parking we don't need. Mars, maybe. It's only $1, so don't get mad. Jupiter, re-roll. All right, so now we got Saga Busted. Now the question is, if I sell the flash card, do we lose, right? Because I think what we could do now, since we have Sock and Buskin and we can copy it with the Brainstorm, maybe now we can just play flush fives with 1 glass card at a time. Every round, 1 glass card at a time. Or do we stick with the flash card for longer? If we stick with the flash card for longer, we have more shot opportunities in the future. We really, I think this is the decision point here. This is, you know, how much time do you have left, right? If you have 10 minutes left, I think you take the risk here. I think you swap flash card for Sock and Buskin. I think you play flush 5 with exactly 1 glass card, and that's enough for you to survive for a couple rounds. And then after 3 rounds, the idols will hit, or at least they should, if you have a third kings. If you have more time, if you have a long-term plan, if you have more time, you know, let's say you've got 20 minutes left, you got 15 minutes left. We sell the Dusk for the Sock and Buskin, and then we can find another Dusk, we can find another Seltzer later. What we want to do is we want to wait till the idol hits and then re-roll for the thing that we're looking for. The only reason I'm re-rolling now is potentially for some tarot cards, so that I can finish up my deck manipulation, so that the idol will hit more often, but that doesn't seem to be happening. All right, so we do, you know, this base chips and molt are halved. If the plan was to play the flush 5 here, or play the 4 of a kind here, we would lose. If we sold the flash card, we would lose. Because, you know, here with the base halved means you score half as many chips, half as many molt. That's 1/4 the amount of points. And so you would need more glass cards. Like, you could play more glass cards to survive, but then you would break more glass cards if you survive. And so we get rewarded for keeping the flash card. Discard the kings for the money. A lot of money, by the way. So here, all right, do we want more gold, or are these kings fine? I guess we could do this. I guess this doesn't win if we play this. All right. Yeah, it doesn't matter if we make gold or not. All right, let's go Celestial Pack. Eris, yes. Maybe Eris again. Yes. And Pluto. Don't sleep on Pluto. Something that I was doing kind of a bad job at when I was playing live, I was not paying attention as well to each round, each score that I was putting up. And so, like, now I know that I'm playing a little bit slower. I know my high card is worth 80,000 or like 85,000 or something. Do I want the ticket? Do I want the ticket with the Buskin? I mean, that's busted, but I think we still need the flash card. We're very much attached to this flash card. All right, expensive rerolls, so we just go next. Discard some 9s. We can, you know, if you want, sorry. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Fool for the Hermit. I think rather than get the 20 bucks, I think we do just want death for the glass cards. So I think we hold on to the Fool. Shoop. All right, so we can go Pluto here. We can go. We really don't need the devil. This stuff we don't need. That stuff doesn't help us. We do get to see a lot of shops, right? We get to see a lot of cards. How's our 4 of a kind looking? 4 of a kind is just as good as our flush 5. Alright, Hangman is very good. What's the status with the strength card? Oh, we still have this queen that's kind of floating around, right? It's got a red seal on it, but maybe we don't need it anymore. Looking for just death. Give me death. Does justice work? Justice instead of strength? I'm into it. So let's go. We could use the Hangman. I think if we use the Hangman, then another Hangman is viable. Or do we want to keep holding for death? Right? Because the difference between having, you know, 2 additional or 1 additional red seal and it's glass, I think it's too powerful. I think it's too meaningful for us to do that. So I think we hold. This queen, since it's got a red seal, I think we make it this into glass. Though admitting, you know, it's not the card that we want it to be yet. Alright, we do get money for discarding kings. Discard these kings. This extra king. Alright, we got a tower. Tower's not bad. Not bad at all. Alright, so this boss doesn't hurt us anymore because we have so much plus mult from the flash card and then plus the chips from the foil cards. You know, if we reduce the base, we still have plenty of plus chips. That also means, you know, we're perfectly functional beating the next boss. I'm going to say as far as pacing goes, you know, maybe we've got less than 10 minutes left. I could make another Errors card here, but I think we really do just want the... Show me a death card. What's Priestess do? Nothing? Death card? Glass card? Glass card is okay. There's the Seltzer. So if we want to go all in, we do have we got the King of Clubs, we got the lineup. So let's investigate, let's check it out. Here the obvious thing to do is go Immolate. Every time. Now we got 14 kings out of 36 cards, and by the way, 5 of them are stone. So out of 31 cards, we've got half kings. That's pretty good. Death card seals the deal. We didn't get the death card, but I think that's going to be perfectly fine. We can use strength on... I'd like to hit that last queen. So what do I want to do? At minimum, I want to make a glass king. Fool could generate another glass card. So currently I have... Here are the glass cards. So Fool could just generate another glass card, or maybe I still hold the Fool. So if I hold the Fool, I could get either Justice or Death. Would be both good. So I think I gotta try. Justice or Death or the Moon, so I can hit the Queen. So here we go, use the Hangman. That's good. I think we do go Seltzer now. I think we, you know, because we got the idol on the kings, we go Seltzer, and if we're gonna go Seltzer, then this is fine. Pluto we don't do anymore. Maybe lucky card. Wheel we could go. Emperor. Maybe. All right, let's go at least one more round. So this queen needs to be a king. This emperor, this doesn't do it for me. So yeah, let's just discard looking for our kings. Yep. Let's get rid of the Empress. Okay, so we do hit the death card, and so if we draw into the kings, that's going to be in the future, right? That's in the future if we draw into the kings. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ship it if I want. Maybe I do this. All right, about 5 minutes left on the clock here. So the idol's a 50-50 right now. Queen of clubs. That's a yikes. I think we can survive that. It is going to take a little bit of thunking. Gonna have to thunk about it. Cavendish, no. What am I re-rolling for? Strength can turn jacks into queens. I could just straight up make the queens. If queens are what you want, my guy, I can deliver. If that's what it's gonna be, is that what you're gonna do to me? Let's do it. So the question is, how many queens do I want to make? Do I want to make a flush house, or do I just want to make the flush 5? I need 100% of my jacks. So let's discard like this. Let's... I think we still do this. And then we discard like this. Alright, Hierophant shouldn't matter. I do need to burn some hands though, so this is a little bit awkward. I could do this. Great, so here's jacks. Now they're queens. We can get the re-trigger on like this. All right, 50-50, we get the king of clubs. 9 of spades, what the heck? 9 of spades might actually just ruin us. So, nope. Nope. Is there any way to slice this? Extra glass helps me. Extra glass makes me feel better. Foil doesn't do anything. So, I think what we do now, I think we still go flush 5. I think we have, you know, this many kings, And I think we, you know, with enough glass cards, I think we're fine. So I'm just gonna discard looking for my glass cards. Not these glass cards though, I will say. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just want to get rid of them. All right, so we can do this. We could go make this glass and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and ship it. All right, so that's plenty without the red one. All right, nice. Wait, that was 5 of a kind. That was a misplay. King of clubs. All right, so we've got about a minute left. I want to say approx. I don't know. I'm not keeping great track of the time, but you know, let's say we've got a minute left, and so you know, the rules are as long as you start the round, you get to finish the round. So we'll start the round and then just see what we get. So here's to digging. So I have a gold card. What kind of glass cards do we have? Did I throw one away already? So I think we throw this one, right? Because we want only the flush 5. We've got the one more with the red seal. So dig for the red seal. Seven cards left in the deck. We got great chance of getting it. Okay, so here it is. And with these, I think we want extra like this. Ship it. All right, so here's the deal. Here's the deal, team. So the rules are, you know, after the hour's up, you do get to finish whatever the last round is. So that last round, we played it kind of slow, that we should get it. We ended up with this E25 here. Like I said, Zaino, after we were done with the competition, he played one more round. One more round, he was able to get the seltzer. One more round, he was able to, he actually did higher than this. So here, we took a whole hour. In 30 minutes, he was able to get higher than this. He was able to get more red seal glass cards than us. Zaino's the greatest of all time. Zaino deserves the W. Go send him your love on his channel. Take care, everyone.